Hello, it's been a quiet weekend of weather, but it's all changed from Monday on through the week. Dare I say it is going to feel distinctly autumnal for some, with heavy rain, unseasonably windy weather. The best of the warm sunshine will be across southern and eastern areas. Here comes the first low pressure with some thundery rain tied in amongst that during Monday, clearing Tuesday. A brief respite under this ridge of high pressure, but this next system rushing in contains the remnants of Hurricane Ernesto. That'll deliver wet and unseasonably windy weather, and there's more wet weather following in. So as I run the rainfall amounts through the week, you can see that there is little forecast in southern and eastern areas, but for North Wales, Cumbria, Northern Ireland, but particularly Western Scotland, there's a lot of wet weather in the forecast, over 100 millimetres in Western Scotland by the end of Friday. Now, in fact, by the end of Thursday for some. There could be a little bit of mist and fog in the mornings. That's something we will notice as well through the rush hour. Now the nights are lengthening, but this draws the eye, really quite wet through Northern Ireland and Western Scotland. The Met Office have a warning up to 50 millimetres of rain across southwestern parts of Scotland and strong winds, so an unpleasant feeling day, but warm in the south and the east, and that sunshine. Now that rain continues, that thundery rain continues overnight, not that much reaching southern and eastern areas, but what we will notice across the UK is it will be a far closer night, more uncomfortable for sleeping Monday night. But we should clear that rain and that humidity out the way fairly quickly. Could be a second band of thundery rain following on, and then heavy showers rotating around that area of low pressure up towards the north and west, with the strong winds continuing in here. And I think for most of us, although there'll be some drier windows of weather, some sunshine, we will have lost the humidity, so it'll feel fresher but still quite warm under this ridge of high pressure. But that doesn't last for long, as I say. Entrained in our next low pressure is some tropical air. So it's going to bring wet weather, and increasingly over the mountains we'll see several inches of rain falling on those strong winds pushing that rain in off the Atlantic. So temperatures obviously tempered a little bit again by that strong wind and rain, but where we see some dry weather for a time further south, 21, 22. But we could see up to 100, 150 millimetres of rain on this system over the hills. And there it is, that weather system sat across our shores throughout the day on Thursday. So let's run that rain through Wednesday night and into Thursday. It will turn more showery, that the weather front, as it crosses southern and eastern areas, but it will still give some rain. So the Met Office have that warning out. Also windy weather as well to come. So obviously not going to feel that warm, even with some sunshine, I think, on Thursday, given the strength of the wind. Now, by Friday, this next area of low pressure may be a little bit further south. If it is, it looks like the strongest winds will be in attention further south as well, potentially some gales around southern and western approaches. So we need to keep a close eye on the detail for this coming week. But either way, it does look an unsettled end to the working week, with Friday seeing temperatures between around 15 and 22 degrees, which is about average for late August. And what about next weekend and beyond? Well, we might see the ridge of high pressure close to the south, but on balance, it looks as if low pressure will continue to push in off the Atlantic, giving some spells of wet and at times windy weather interspersed with some ridges of high pressure and drier weather as well. That's most likely to be, as I say, in southern areas closer to the Azores High. But as you can see in the forecast, it's a rather unsettled looking picture.